I'm Mark Bickley, and as we count down to tonight's Adelaide Oval clash with the Saints, welcome to the Crows Show, brought to you by Hungry Jack's JFC Palmy. And with a new AFLW season only weeks away, Ebony Marinoff joins us a little later with dual premiership teammate Eloise Jones. But first, one of the big improvers this year has been Lachlan Sholl, who's grabbed the opportunity to cement his place in the team and looks like he belongs at the elite level. His silky skills and running power off the wing reflect the enormous amount of work he's put into his game in recent months. And Lockie's ability to hit the scoreboard is a real bonus.
Sholl pulls out the winning ticket.
I suppose nice to get a little bit of continuity. You know, it's an element of, you know, trying to take everything as it comes and trying to make every post a winner. And I suppose it comes back to, you know, remaining level and staying true to your role and knowing what that involves. And with that clarity, you're able to go out and just execute, you know, or try your best to execute in any given moment. And whether that be at AFL level or SANFL level, you know, it stays the same.
Sholl! Got it! And that's all about it. Massive relief spreads around the Adelaide Oval.
I think for me, yeah, I suppose contest side of things is always something that I'm trying to work on and will continue to work on. It's also a fine balance of, you know, not losing sight of what you also like to think you bring to the team as well. So, you know, continuing to work on my skills and I suppose my run and things like that is also important. You're working with the backs and the forwards to either, you know, help support the backs and trying to help them roll off and intercept or impact. And then you're also trying to work with the forwards as well and yeah, trying to, I suppose, cover off outlets as we call them, and it's a role that involves going both ways, and you just got to embrace that and try your best to, you know, help the team in whatever moment it is. I think little moments where, you know, something amazing happens, like, you know, a big mark or, you know, an incredible goal or something like that, and obviously you hear the crowd's reaction after that. I think those moments are certainly, you know, things that make you go, wow, like this is amazing. And yeah, we're certainly very lucky with what we're able to do.
So yeah, I played at Ingle Football Club. So for the Bulldogs, pretty much my basketball coach growing up said I'm a bit rough on the court, should give footy a go. So went out to Ingle Football Club and absolutely loved it. Loved just the physicality of the sport, just going out there and giving something new a crack to was just awesome. So yeah. I
played at Goody Saints. I remember went to go sign up and found out that it was played on the same day as ice hockey. So I used to play ice hockey before footy. And Dad said, oh, you can't play footy because they're on the same day. You have to, you know, tell them you can't play. And I said, sorry, Dad, I'm going to play footy. Give that a crack. And broke his heart that day, but that was how I started, just playing with mates.
A bit older than some of the other girls. I wish I'd started playing earlier, but yeah, 16 years old, started playing. 2 years later, I was drafted to the Crows, which is just crazy.
Not a bad effort. Yeah, I was a little bit younger. I was 10 when I started playing.
I just love being out there with my mates, and especially when you do get to those big moments in finals and you get to win with your friends and all that hard work. I just absolutely love that. So each day now, just striving to get to that grand final point again. And you know, we've been pretty successful, and those years you don't do so well, it kind of does suck. But yeah, just absolutely love being out there with my friends and us just working so hard to try and get to another grand final so we can all feel that again. Yeah,
I just feel so grateful to, you know, run out and train with my mates every day and do gym, get paid to sort of stay fit. Hopefully the finals will come again, which I'm really looking forward to. But yeah, winning games of footy with your mates is probably the highlight.
watching. Hinge with the long bomb. Offhand Keys. Well, he knows where they are here. Booze did not faze him, and he gives them the shush. But it's half-time in the final game of round 17, and it's a ripper. Pros in every quarter. Margins blown beyond 20, and they've cut it back to single digits. Cook to Tex with one paw.
The opportunity, Foggy.
Berry off and running. Will push off on McCluggage. Got it to Murphy. Goal square. Fogarty!
Get it deep entries.
Spins it around. 2 goals, 4.5 minutes, the equation for the big steal. They've lost no admirers, the Adelaide Crows, but they've lost the game.
It's so simple, but you now, maybe some of us have just learned a lesson. Execute your role. Have clarity in it. Accountability. You're sick of getting close, and you guys get sick of getting close. Didn't get a chance towards the end of it, but that means nothing. If we're going to see stuff like we just watched, it doesn't matter. Stick together tonight, do good feeding. We know where we're going to be better. We will review again tomorrow. We'll come together as a group. Get that knock it over here tomorrow before we fly back. Guys will do everything you need to do to recover. Short week. Get ourselves right.
For any injured player, rehab can be an isolating, painful and frustrating experience. But the club's strength and conditioning guru, Josh Manuel, is achieving great success in helping players recover. In fact, the likes of Walker, Murray and Thilthorpe credit Josh with getting them back into shape stronger and more resilient than ever.
My role is basically looking after the strength, power, speed, injury prevention and injury rehab programs for our AFL men's program to make Burjo's role, our high performance manager, and Nixie's role easy. And so my whole role exists to allow our players everything that they need to perform at their physical peak on the weekend. So when you dive through that a level lower, it sort of encompasses a multifaceted different approach of strength, power, speed, injury prevention. But one thing that we're doing a lot of at the moment is trying to make sure that we individualise all of our players' programs based on a few different factors, which is mostly around their previous injury history, their individual development plans, and what they need to work on to put themselves in the best space to either crack into the AFL team or to play their best possible football. The things that we really value here at the Crows is player availability. So we think that the best way to make players better footballers is to have them train. So my whole goal is to build strong, resilient, robust players that can train frequently at a really high intensity and allow the coaches as much time as they need with those players to make them better at their sport. But two, it's also about giving the players in the gym the underlying physiological qualities that they need to execute Nixie's game plan to the best of their ability. I just love helping people. So everyone thinks that sports science and strength conditioning is a really scientific field, and it absolutely is, but there's a balance between science and art, and at the end of the day we're in a people business. So 95% of my role is dealing with players, key stakeholders, coaches, and other high performance team members. So I love being a part of that people first mentality. And then also I just get great reward out of being able to sit down with players, chat about what they feel they need to get better at and help them become the best footballers and the best people that they can be. And the thing that I get the most pleasure out of is being able to help my athletes and get them back through. Injuries can be a really challenging time for athletes where this is their job. And when that gets threatened to either get taken away from them or it puts them away from their job for a significant period, it's really hard for them. So a really pleasing part of my role and something I really enjoy is being able to be there to support that athlete and then help them get back to their physical peak that they can get back to doing what they love. And that's my real passion.
Hey guys, Riley O'Brien here. This year we're running a trick shot competition, so we'd love you to send in all your trick shots at home, at a footy oval, down the park. Show us what you got. To give you guys some inspiration, I'll get as tricky as I can get and I'll handball over my head into the tray.
Well, we've had plenty of entries, and here are some of the monthly winners so far. There's still plenty of time to record your trick shot and be in the running for that special round 22 home game experience. As the club reaches out to more and more past players, it's just held a special coaching clinic for their kids. As many as 25 former Crows joined current players at the AFL Max venue to help the children through drills and other skill development. Besides being a season highlight for the youngsters, it was also a great opportunity for all the players to socialise.
Footy clubs are based on connection and belonging, so having your past players back at our footy club, they're part of your fabric, they're part of what the club is known for, and by getting their kids involved brings them back to the footy club. Footy is such a cutthroat industry, to be able to get our players back and feel part of our club again is just great.
It's so good to see so many of the boys to catch up, and the players made such an effort to be involved, and the kids seriously will sleep with their Guernseys on tonight. It's so good, isn't it?
It's fantastic. Great that we can be invited back to the club, and yeah, great for the kids as well. They get to see, you know, a bit of the inside of the club and get a few signatures and enjoy a good night.
When you see guys like Greg Anderson, who's been a club legend, to come along and just to see how they're going, how their kids have grown up, how their grandkids have grown up, and how much they love the club, I think it just grows us, doesn't it? And yeah, it's just a great initiative.
It's nights like these that I guess brings you together and you appreciate it, and probably don't do enough of it in your you know, normal life because you're you know, busy with kids and work and whatnot. So yeah, great to catch up with everyone again and yeah, see where everyone's at in their lives.
It is a cutthroat industry, and so many players don't retire, they get delisted, so it's how do we reconnect them? And I've found the best way is through their kids. So by connecting with their kids, get their families involved, they feel better around the footy club, and getting our current players to rub shoulders with our past. I think you've got to know where you came from to help you chart your future. So yeah, it's been a really successful night, and we've got to make this an annual event.
Thanks to Bendigo Bank, we'll now dive into some women's footy. And congratulations to South Adelaide on winning its third SANFLW premiership.
And this kick looks very, very good indeed.
The Panthers bounced back from last year's heartbreaking loss to Central District with a thrilling 5-point win over Norwood.
This would be vital, and she drills it through. South have got three, and they are looking fantastic at this stage.
South's Jordan Hickey was named best on ground. The Panthers also won the flag in 2018 and 2019.
Horses.
A dog. Best animal in the world is an orca. Smart, beautiful creatures. I don't know, something about them. They're just amazing.
Dolphin. Surely dogs, especially my dog, Wilfred.
Best animal in the world, southern bluefin tuna, the big ones, 100 kilo down at Port Mac.
I do like crocs and probably cheetahs.
Probably a koala or something.
Ooh. Penguin.
Best animal in the world, I'd go cheetah.
Gorilla.
A sloth.
Probably a tiger. A dolphin.
Or it would have to be a killer whale.
Tigers. I feel like any type of bird would be pretty cool to be able to fly. Also like tigers, I don't know, they're kind of cool as well.
A tiger.
Dog. Puppies.
Zebra.
Probably whale, shark and killer whale, probably the most fascinating for me.
Best animal in the world, a snow leopard. An orangutan.
Why? Not sure why, but it always used to be my favourite animal when I was a little kid.
So Eej, you've just recently signed onto the club till 2027, huge commitment.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, a lot of other girls have signed on as well, which is really exciting. And I really enjoy being at the footy club. They obviously gave me my opportunity when I was 18 and sort of come through. And I feel like, I really like it there. I think the team we've got this year is really exciting as well. And we've been really fortunate to have success over the years, which, not a lot of people can say by the age of, like 19, they had a premiership medal. So for me, when I look back on my career that I've had, it's really like I'm happy with it and the way it's gone, and I'm really excited for the future and what that holds as well.
And there was a big choice back when you were 16, 17 not to head over to the States for basketball. Good decision?
Yeah, definitely. I was a mediocre basketballer, but yeah, there was sort of tossing up the opportunity. I always wanted to go somewhere in sports. So for me, I was sort of tossing up, but then ended up sort of knuckling down and focusing on footy, and I stand by that decision. I think my parents are very happy as well. So yeah, definitely enjoy it. It's a good one.
Last 2 seasons, it's been top 6 in the BNF. You've found some really consistent form, whether that is across all lines. What have you put that down to?
Yeah, I think like speaking to Doc and coaches and staff throughout my career, there's probably been ebbs and flows of I'll have a really great quarter and then I'll probably disappear for the next. So consistency is something that I really want to work into my game, and I've been really lucky over the past probably 2 seasons that I was able to kind of have that. But yeah, just trying to work really hard on, I think the mental space is a big one for me. Like, if I make a mistake or something doesn't go my way, I probably sit in my head for a little bit too long. So yeah, working really hard in that space, and hopefully I can have a consistent year this year as well.
And outside of footy, you're really lucky to have a role with the footy club in the BHB, always giving back to the community. You love that?
Yeah, no, it's great. I think like to be able to go back to communities, obviously I think back of my junior footy, and it was very much a male-dominated industry. Like I was the only girl that played in the boys team. All of my coaches were male as well. So we've been doing a little bit throughout the communities in SA, which has been amazing. And just to sort of see the growth of girls footy and female footy, even junior pathways is phenomenal. And I think as a footy club we have a great opportunity to be able to assist these communities, whether that be financially or just support or even coaching support. And I guess as well, you never forget interactions you have. I remember as a kid, Crows players would come down, you'd always remember those players that came and sort of spent some time with you. So I really try and do the same thing, but yeah, it's just sort of skyrocketed as a whole in communities, and yeah, junior footy's been amazing.
Awesome. Thanks for joining me, Eej.
Thank you very much. We did it! We did it!
Let's have a look at tonight's clash against the Saints. Here are some things to keep an eye on. First up, Rowan Marshall has been a standout for the Saints in recent weeks. Not just in the ruck, but also in front of goals. 3 against Port Adelaide and another 2 last week against the Swans makes him one to watch this week. St Kilda's DNA is defence. Heavily influenced by Ross Lyon's style of coaching, the Saints are the 4th best defensive team in the competition, despite being 14th on the ladder. Slowing down their opposition and getting numbers behind the ball make most Saints games low-scoring affairs. Experienced St Kilda defender Callum Wilkie is a big contributor to that miserly defence. With 14 marks against the Swans, the Crows can't afford to just bomb the ball in long. Lowering their eyes and looking for leads will be super important. And finally, St Kilda's offence relies on controlling the ball by foot with lots of uncontested marks. Last week they had 111 against the Swans, with the foot skills of Wanganeen Millerer and Brad Hill pivotal. Take away this option and you go a long way to stopping the Saints scoring. The Crows will go into this match undermanned. It's a great opportunity to have a look at Generation Next and how they respond. I think they can get the win. And don't forget, you can get the inside word on Crows Live. Interviews and news from the rooms, and we'll answer your questions about the game. Crows Live is streamed live on our website and also available the next day on our YouTube channel. Whenever you take a photo of yourself or a friend at any of our games and post it to social media, make sure you use the hashtag WeFlyAsOne. Let's settle on you. Please email faceinthecrowd@afc.com.au with photo ID to claim your prize of 2 tickets to Toyota's exclusive Hilux Hill at Adelaide Oval. That's about all we have time for on today's show. Thanks for your company, and I look forward to joining you again next week at the same time, 1:30 Saturday on 7. Stand by now for the Sandford Game of the Day, and of course, stay on 7 tonight as the Crows take on St Kilda. Bye for now. The Crows Show, brought to you by Hungry Jack's JFC Palmy.